This is Mr. 414 and welcome to the EA Sports Standard, where EA is always the standard. Let's get on to the footage. As you can see here, we have Flozell Adams, consecutive Pro Bowl tackle. Flozell makes a great block on this play. He gets off the line, and right there, that was just a great block by Flozell Adams. You just don't see these kinds of fundamentals in football games today. As I've said once before, we are the EA Sports Standard, where EA is always the standard. Let's look at that block again. Right there, that block. I'm speechless. Just a great block by Flozell Adams. When we talk about fundamentals, these are the types of things that we're talking about. Let's see that again. Just a great block. Flozell Adams, sir, you definitely are getting it done. Going forward, these are the kinds of fundamentals we want to see. As you know, this is the EA Sports Standard, where EA is always the standard. You know, in some circles, they say backbreaker linemen, all they do is push. But EA Sports linemen are even more special because they get it done with their backs. Look at that block by number 75. Let's see that again. Blocking with your back. These are great fundamentals. Fundamentals being shown at its purest. Who needs to push? Who needs hands when you have your back to block with? Just a great play by number 75. These guys are so good they don't even need to use hands. All they need is their back. He even picks up a block on number 58. These are the kinds of things you just don't see. The kinds of things you just don't see on Sundays. Blocking with your back. Way to get it done, number 75. I tip my hat to you, because this is the EA Sports Standard, where EA is always the standard. Let's see that block one more time in full speed. Tremendous block by number 75. As you can see here, we have Ray Lewis. Will arguably go down as one of the greats to ever play the game. As the play begins, just look at the great procedural awareness by Ray Lewis. Just playing excellent defense. This here is football fundamentals. Forget about 2K8 and 2K5. These are the fundamentals we need in football games going forward. I think he's watching the right. Wait a minute. He's watching the cameraman. That's what Ray is doing. Perhaps getting ready to take a photo shoot for Sports Illustrated. Look at the defense and great awareness by Ray. This guy is so good that he can defend a wide receiver and take a picture at the same time. Take a bow, Ray. You've earned it, man. Because this is the EA Sports Standard, where EA is always the standard. Let's look at that play one more time. Great procedural awareness by Ray. Look at how he's watching his man. Great procedural awareness and able to take a picture on top. These are great fundamentals being shown by EA Sports. This is the EA Sports Standard. Let's move on. Here we have a wide receiver and a D-back interacting. Let's see some of that great procedural awareness that the Madden franchise and NCAA franchise is known for. These guys are so good they don't even have to look at the quarterback. They don't need procedural awareness because they know when the ball is coming without even looking. Look at the great unison running by both players. Just beautiful. Great fundamental play shown by these two guys. These are the types of fundamentals we need to see in football games going forward. We don't need to use 2K8 or 2K5 because that would be showing bias. All we need is these kinds of plays. Great procedural awareness. Neither player has to look, and look at the great unison running by both players. They are almost mirroring each other. And his procedural awareness is so good, he knows the ball is coming without even looking at the quarterback. This is what we need in our football games today. Great fundamental play. You know, some people say that Madden and NCAA is a game of chess, but I think it's a far greater game. It is a game of Parcheesi. Well, I thank you for joining us here at the EA Sports Standard. It is always great to have you guys here. As you know, this is the EA Sports Standard, where EA is always the standard. So as I leave you with this play here, which is also a great fundamental display. Moving forward, these are the types of fundamentals we want to see in our games. With that being said, I'm Mr. 414. This is the EA Standard, and I'm out. This is the EA Sports Standard, where EA is always the standard.